There is nothing more powerful than the human spirit. Nothing. So dream on. Dream on.
In the studio in Zurich today, really happy to take you all through on Style Stories, where we're going to be giving you a preview into the Fall/Winter 21 apparel collection today. I'm Keelan, I'm part of the content team.
Hi, I'm James, heading up materials across footwear, apparel and accessories.
And we're going to be taking you through everything that the new season has in store. Now, many of you are probably already very familiar with our footwear. You probably have a couple of pairs in your wardrobe already, but maybe you're not so aware of all the great things that have been happening in the apparel division here at On. So we're super happy to share all of that with you. James, you mentioned that you were head of materials. What exactly does that mean here at On?
Well, I mean, if you think about it, any product, whether it's apparel, whether it's an accessory, whether it's shoes, the first thing you see when you see it from afar is the material, but then also when you get close up, the first thing you feel is the material. So it's my job, as well as my team's job, to ensure that that experience for you guys at home is the best one and most exciting one possible.
Super. I'm talking about the most exciting experience possible. We're really going to be going through this growing element of the On collection today, and I think the versatility of all the pieces is what I'm really excited about. You know, when we say performance all day, it really means from dawn to dusk, both on and off the track, whether you are performing athletically or those moments in between as well. So that everybody at home knows what we're going to do today, we're going to have a little bit of a tease of some of our upcoming pieces. We're going to have some special guests for you as well, coming from locations such as London, Los Angeles and Tokyo, showing you how they style their looks on the street. And we're going to really be diving deep with James into the performance capabilities of all the pieces of apparel. Now, we want to say a big special thank you to everyone that is joining us for this live stream today, and we want to reward you for the time that you're taking with us. So for anybody that buys a piece of apparel from our website today after watching this live stream, you are going to get a free backpack. So you can see the pack right here. It's a great size just for your gym kit. Also plenty of room in there for a laptop as well if you tend to work out on your way to work. So all you have to do is use the code LIVEPACK at checkout. That's LIVEPACK, and you'll get a free backpack with any piece of apparel that you buy after watching today. So James, before we dive in or see a few looks, thinking about the Fall/Winter 21 collection, what are maybe some of the things that we should keep in mind, or what would you say sort of to set the scene?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm obviously going to be selfish and talk a lot about materials, but it's not just about materials. Yes, in terms of sustainability and performance, it's super key, and materiality is a great way of us to tell that story, but it's more than that. It's about the design, it's about the construction. I'm just super excited to get stuck in with all these looks for sure.
Fantastic, then let us get stuck in. It is time for studio look number 1. We are going to be looking at our new parka. So we are here with Rylan in the studio, part of our production team, who's modeling our brand new parka today. So Rylan, really lovely look that you have going on here today. Tell us a little bit about how you put it together.
I kind of just threw it together. I guess it's a little bit cowboys and a little bit touch of nostalgia, if you will. Finishing it off with the parka.
Nice. I think sometimes whenever we think about a parka, it's quite almost a utilitarian garment. It's maybe something that you think of quite functionally rather than more stylishly. How would you advise people at home maybe to take an item like this that is a little bit more functional or practical and add a few more flourishes to it?
You can have fun with color. The thing that I like about this is that you can actually wear it, you know, if you're on a hike, but you throw this on with a nice pair of slacks and a trainer, and it's still really smart for a nice drink after work.
Super cool, sounds good. Audience out there, what do you want to know about the parka that we are showing today, that we are previewing for you all? Drop us a comment. We'll be getting back to those throughout the show, and also for some of the best questions that we have as well, we will be rewarding those viewers with a free parka, and you'll get that special prize in the mail to you before it even goes on sale to the general public. So plenty of incentive there to get your questions in. James, what should we know about kind of the technical specifications of this garment, or what's useful or what's new in this?
Sure. I mean, the first thing to note is how you styled this, Ryland, because I think this is a key piece in showing how versatile it is. The relaxed fit is also complemented by some of the construction details, where you have the darting here, and also you have the snap closures here, just to really give you that opportunity to have it a bit more fitted if you need it. In terms of technology, one key thing to note is how recyclable this material is. So this is actually an 88% recycled nylon mixed with elastane. Gives it that super nice soft look, and actually apparel really leads in a sense of recycled nylon compared to footwear and accessories. So super excited to know that. The other key thing to really note here is the C0 GWR finish. That is a more sustainable finish, and it's durable water repellency.
That's PFC free, right?
PFC free, exactly.
Okay, super cool. So that is a September launch for this parka, so not too long that you have to wait today. A couple of things that I personally really like about it. I do like the fact that it's knee length. Obviously you want this to be a piece that is going to protect you from the elements whenever you're out there over the autumn and the winter period. But I do quite like the fit as well. I know that you mentioned that this was maybe a little bit more of a relaxed fit, but I think in my mind, whenever I think of a parka, I think of something quite bulky, and this doesn't look like that. You can see obviously that Ryland has it on over a number of layers already, and it still looks very sleek. The line of it is very clean.
Yeah, and are you noticing how lightweight it is, Ryland, as well, compared to like a normal parka?
Yeah, it's super light. It's nice to wear over some denim and some layers. Super comfortable.
Nice. And for a 3-layer material and a fully waterproof jacket, that's super important that we can get that lightweightness in.
Absolutely. It's really nice for us to see Ryland styling this in the studio. We also want to see how you style your on apparel pieces at home. If you have anything in your wardrobe at the moment from On, hit us up, post on Instagram, and use the hashtag OnStyleStories. That's ON Style Stories. We'll be showcasing a few of our audience's look at the end of the show today, and you'll also be in with the chance to win some apparel to refresh your look into the fall winter season. But before we go there, we're going to actually head over to London now. We're going to speak to Akil, a writer and creative, to find out how he styles his parka on the streets. And Akil has a special guest that has also styled the parka with him. So we hope you enjoy.
Okay, I'm literally watching myself. I look so good. Oh yeah, forget that you have to be in it.
This is Akil, my son. He is a creative from North London. Akil is responsible for Queer Brack, which aims to bring African Caribbean music to the queer nightlife scene.
This is my mother. She works with children and families, and she is one of my main fashion inspirations, clearly because look at her style. And she was instrumental in a lot of the things that I wear personally as well.
Hands on that parka a little early, and great to see all of his looks there, James, kind of styling that in different ways. Felt kind of very eclectic, similar to Ryland's, a real mix of textures and colours and patterns. I loved sort of some of the vintage or thrifted components there, and I think that's really nice about a really sleek garment like the parka. You can keep it very, very minimal and it looks very clean, or you can also style it up a lot with some accessories as well, and that kind of makes it pop a little bit more.
I completely agree, and just how cool is that you can see a performance piece in that lifestyle setting, you know, mixing it with the thrifty garments. It just epitomizes versatility.
Yeah, and so lovely as well to see that his mum styled the parka as well.
I love that.
Actually leads into a question that our audience had as well during the break, which was, is the women's parka exactly the same as the men's parka, or what will the differences be in that?
Yeah, it's a good question. So the women's fit is the same as the men's, it's just more scaled down to fit the female form. It's as simple as that. So it's still going to give you that relaxed, more oversized look, and there's still those opportunities like we spoke about with the snap fastenings to help make it a bit more fitted if you want to.
Cool, fantastic. A few more comments that came in. I know Rylan has exited the stage here, but a lot of love for Rylan's layering in our social community there as well. So happy to see that you loved his look. And now we are on to studio look number 2. Audience, I'll let you guess what this next piece might be, but maybe we can roll the clip. Absolutely, our next look involves our brand new, even better than before, sweatpants. It would be totally remiss of us this year when we have all been wearing sweatpants so often not to talk about how we have, through continued wear and love, thought about ways that we can make them even better. So we have Kelly here in the studio with us, part of our UX team, to tell us a little bit about why she loves our new sweatpants.
Yeah, no, they're super casual but still fitted enough. So I think you can wear them in the city or for recovering on your sofa. Yeah, so I feel like the material is just super versatile for all kinds of environments.
Yeah. And how did you put together the look that you have on today?
Yeah, well, stuff from my closet, I tried on the pants and I noticed they're pretty trim. So I thought I'd pair them with something pretty oversized to kind of balance out the look overall. Yeah.
Fantastic. The sweatpants, our newest pant edition, is launching this August, so hardly any time to waste. But remember, tell us in the comments how you would style these sweatpants. We want to know the best looks out there. The best ideas for how to style these sweatpants will actually be rewarded with a pair arriving to them in the mail. So make sure that you comment to us how you would like to style our sweatpants or what you like most about them. James, tech talk. What should we know about these sweatpants?
I mean, the first thing you need to know is that I'm absolutely obsessed with these sweatpants because of the materiality. I can't wait for you guys at home to actually get a hold of these because when you feel them, they feel amazing. I'm literally going to buy a pair and I'm never going to get myself out of them. The reason they feel like that is the mixture of recycled polyester, but also with a blend of Tencel. Now, Tencel is a bio-based petrol-free material, and that's what's giving it that really nice hand feel. Not only that is it giving you the nice hand feel, it's also giving you those tech attributes that we need with moisture wicking. So it basically means if you're ready to finally leave the sofa and you want to go on your way to yoga, you're fully ready in this.
That's phenomenal. That's actually one of the things that I like the most about On's apparel. You know, even the active tee here, it is a blend of cotton and modal and elastane. And it's that combination of materials that just gives it this really sumptuous softness to it that I think you feel in the sweatpants as well. Within this pair, a personal favorite of mine is actually the concealed zips and pockets. What I'm not a fan of in sweatpants, even if they have a really kind of slim line, is that if you put your phone or your wallet in there, they can feel very bulky already, or they kind of pull down. With those concealed zips, you know, you really maintain the line of the pants. They still look really sleek, even if you do need to carry some keys around or your phone in the pocket. Cool. So those sweatpants, as I mentioned, are launching in August. Just double checking with you, James, there, I believe we are at around 70% recycled materials in there before we even take into account the bio-based materials.
Exactly, and that's super important. It's not just about the recycled polyester here, which is petrol-based, it's also the fact that we're using those natural yarns, and that's really important, also for the future of our materiality and collections. Fall Winter 22 really seeds that for us. Fast forward 22 onwards, we're in an even better place.
Fantastic. Well, thanks so much, Kelly, for showing us your sweatpant look. We're actually going to be going over to Los Angeles now to hear from singer and songwriter Milo about how he styles his sweatpants from On.
Hey guys, Milo here, coming at you from Los Angeles, California, the greatest city in the world, home of endless summer, home of the Valley Girl accent. One thing that's really cool about the style here is that everyone is just trying to dress like themselves. I do that with loud printed shirts like this, but today I'm stoked to show you guys the Mulberry sweatpants from On.
Super, great to see Milo styling up his sweatpants in a number of different looks there. I think you really saw from those looks the versatility of the sweatpants. You remember the image on the right, you know, with the denim jacket and the Rogers. I think, as you can see from James and I today, the Rogers are a pretty versatile fit that kind of go with anything. But that look was elevated, but it was comfortable, it was relaxed, but still sophisticated. Real contrast to the look over on the left. I think sometimes people can be a little bit intimidated as to how they might style out some of our brighter or more adventurous styles like the Cloud High Edge, but you can really see there, you know, that distinctive but neutral mulberry colour allowed that brighter shoe to kind of stand out without totally overwhelming the outfit, which I thought was nice.
It's so true, and again, it's about versatility. Like all of these products, you can style it the way that you guys want to style it. We're not going to tell you how to style it. We want you to tag us. Tell us how you're wearing these garments. That's the super important thing here.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a reminder for you all that if you want to listen to Milo's latest single, We Can Be Dads, it is streaming on Spotify right now. But over to your comments and questions from the audience on these sweatpants. James, our viewers today want to know, how is the fit of these sweatpants? You know, we've talked about things about them being slimmer, but we've also talked about them being relaxed. What does that mean in terms of choosing a size or choosing a fit?
Yeah, that's a great question, because there's nothing worse than ordering something and then it arrives and it doesn't fit. So our advice is that if you want a nice oversized relaxed fit, you would buy the size you would normally buy. However, if you do want it to be that slightly bit snugger because of how nice that material feels against your skin, we recommend you buy a size down. Brilliant.
Great advice there from James for you whenever you purchase your sweatpants, which, as a reminder, are coming out this August, so stay tuned to our channels for that release. Now, we did have a comment from Lydia today who says that she loves wearing a matching hoodie with her sweatpants, and then she adds a formal coat over the top and accessorizing with hoops. Who doesn't love a big hoop? Well, I'm really happy to tell you, Lydia, that these sweats actually do come with a somewhat matching hoodie, which we're not really going to talk about in detail there, but maybe nice just to point out there. So, Lydia, as you were such a fan of your coordinated sweat and hoodie looks, we're going to send both of those to you today, and we can't wait to see how you style those out with your hoops. And everybody else, how are you styling on apparel? As we mentioned before, we want to see. Post on Instagram with hashtag #OnStyleStories your looks in the current on apparel that you have, and we'll be recapping those towards the end of the show. Now, James, we've just been in Los Angeles. We're not gonna come back to Zurich quite yet. We're gonna make a stop in New York. And now, whenever I say New York in an on context, what does that make you think of?
I mean, that's definitely a trick question, but we're of course talking here about the flagship store, I'm assuming.
Absolutely, absolutely. 100% right there, James. Our store in New York launched last fall, winter, and we are really excited to see so many people now back in the store with us. If you're in NoHo, you can head down there and get personalized style consultations, see our apparel in person, feel those fabrics that we're talking about. We also have some really innovative technology in store. We have the aptly named Magic Wall that can find you the perfect fit and the perfect model for your next pair of running shoes. So I know not everybody today is going to be able to head over to the New York store, but we have a little bit of a preview for you of what you can expect. Super cool, right? Have you managed to get over to the New York store yet?
I wish, but as soon as I'm there, I cannot wait. It's on Lafayette, right?
It is indeed. I think it's like Lafayette and 4th, kind of around about there. So if you are over there, yeah, definitely pay a visit. So exciting for all of us at On to see that we're not just redefining the future of running, but really redefining the future of retail as well. Loads of innovation happening here on all of those fronts. Now it is time for another look in our studio. This time we're going to be taking a look at the Active Short. Hi, welcome back. So now we have Lauren from our content team here in the studio for us. Probably a familiar face if you have tuned into our live broadcast before. Lauren, you're rocking the Active Short today, another August launch. Talk us through how you've put this together.
I am indeed. The Active Shorts are my favorite from the new collection because they are perfect for jumping on a bike, heading to brunch, whatever your weekend or week has in store.
Perfect. You know, I wouldn't necessarily always think of our more active pieces as something that I might wear in a social setting. You know, how do you take a piece like that that maybe is primarily or predominantly thought of for sports, activity, and kind of style that up so that it still looks appropriate and presentable for maybe for brunch, as you mentioned?
I think I like to let the piece be itself, but then add something to it, like a statement bomber jacket or a blazer, something like that, and just keep it contrasting in terms of its silhouette.
Great, cool to know. As I mentioned, the Active Short launches this August, so not too long to wait. But if you're really itching to get your hands on something today, we have an amazing range of shorts currently available on the website. I'm a big fan of the hybrid short myself. I know that the lightweight short is also a firm fan favorite. So if you head over there today and purchase a piece of apparel, such as our shorts currently on offer, we want to make sure that you are rewarded for watching this broadcast with us with a free backpack. So if you purchase a piece of apparel, make sure that at checkout you use the code LIVEPACK. That is LIVPACK, and you'll have a backpack automatically added to your basket. James, let's talk tech. What do we need to think about whenever we're thinking about Active Shorts?
Sure, I mean, well, let's start with the tech. So the tech here is the fact that how lightweight these are. Not only does it come with this, but you also get the outer piece as well. So you have the nice compressing material, which is very cool to the body on these shorts, and then you have the overlayer of the lightweight piece here. So that's super exciting when you've got brunch at 12 and you've got yoga at 2.
Perfect. And just so that I'm super clear on this, when I buy the Active Short, I will get both pairs. And are they connected internally or?
No, you get them both, they're both together, but they're separate. And that's the epitome of On's apparel in general. Like, the whole point is it's modular. So this doesn't have to go together or on its own. It can also go with your other On pieces that you already own.
Great, very cool. I'm sure many of you are very excited to get your hands on the Active Short starting this August. To take a little bit of a look as to how some of our fans are styling the Active Short on the street, we sent a pair to Yuka in Japan. So we're going to head over to Tokyo now to see how Yuka styles her Active Shorts.
Hello everybody, this is Yuka from Japan, and I'm here to show you a few outfits using the Active Shorts, which are very exciting because you can take apart these shorts from the biker short. And I know Japan is known to have this Harajuku street, cool fashion and everything, but people are starting to wear a lot more athleisure these days. So I've matched a few t-shirts that goes with these shorts. So hope you enjoy.
I loved how fun that was, James. Obviously, Lauren styled that in a slightly more minimalist, laid-back way, kind of all-black ensemble, but Yuka's was a lot more playful. I don't think I will personally be rocking a leopard print bucket hat with my On shorts, but I'm so happy that Yuka did. It brought me a lot of joy. But kind of similar points that she took on board. As Lauren mentioned, you know, you can play around with kind of sizing and textures. If the shorts are a little bit more fitted, she obviously paired it there with some more oversized tops, slightly different cuts, which I think is really, really nice. It just kind of draws the eye in different directions.
Yeah, and how cool is it to see the styling across the world as well, you know, the different areas with the different vibes. Like, that's what the point of all this apparel is, style it the way that you want to style it.
Yeah. And just a really lovely thing for us to see as a company too. On is obviously a Swiss brand headquartered here in Zurich, but we are now a global presence, and it's so fantastic to see our offices, to see our audiences, to see our runners all around the world really taking our phenomenal technology and products to the street and putting them into action. A couple of questions that came in just around the short was around length. Now James, can you tell me a little bit both about the length of the undershort and also the overshort?
Sure. I mean, let me grab the shorts now. So in terms of the outer short, it is just under 3 inches, so 2.75 inches. And then the undershort, as you saw on Lauren, where she was styling it kind of in that biker chic kind of vibe with the bomber, they're actually 9 inches, so very flattering.
Okay, great. And another question came in on colour. You obviously have a slightly darker red that I believe we refer to as mulberry.
Exactly.
Same as my active tee here. Does the active short come in any other colour combination?
Yeah, so it comes in mulberry black, as you can see here, but it also comes in a triple black.
Super. So really nice and paired back there. Friends, I really hope you have had a good time with us today. It's a slightly sad moment for us because we're coming towards the end of our live broadcast for today. We only previewed and premiered 3 of the upcoming collection, but as you can see from the rail behind us, there are many, many more items on that rack. I love my active tees. I'm really excited for these new colorways. Also the climate jacket that is coming, I can guarantee you I will be wearing 24 hours a day between October and March. So really excited to see those come out. But we really hope that you have enjoyed the preview of what we have to come. But a little bit more about our audience. We asked you earlier, how do you like to style your on apparel that is in your wardrobe right now? Many of you were very generous. You sent in some photographs of yourselves styling up those looks, and I believe we are able to show some of those community looks now. Am I right? Great. Let's get those up. Looking forward to seeing how you styled your on apparel. Brilliant. I mean, just back to your point again, James, so great to see how versatile the on pieces are. They make you look so smart, so ready to go whenever you're fully in activity mode, but they can be mixed up with other items in your wardrobe there. One thing to remember, everybody, before we head off today, I'm sure you were a little bit enticed maybe by some of those community photos to maybe purchase some more pieces that we currently have available. So when you head over to our website after watching today, we want to make sure you are rewarded for tuning in, and we will be giving you a free backpack for every piece of apparel that you buy. So whenever you get to checkout, please just make sure to add the code LIVEPACK, that is LIVEPACK, and that backpack will automatically be added to your cart. All right, final words, James. Fall Winter 21 apparel launches. Key takeaways for you?
I mean, there's been so many, right? But I think what we've touched upon throughout is seeing these performance pieces out in the wild of lifestyle. That kind of epitomizes performance all day, and that's super exciting to see that these pieces can be worn in a casual way, but still speak performance, which is in our DNA. And the other thing is to style it your way. You know, that's super exciting that we can encourage that, and please keep tagging us because we really want to see what you're doing. Selfishly, from a materials point of view, the point of performance and sustainability is something that's super key for us. It's a journey. Please look at our website under the sustainability guidelines that we support on, because that really does showcase what we're all about. And Fall Winter 21 apparel is just the start.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's a great beginning, isn't it, to have products that have 88% recycled materials plus bio-based materials, and that's only the beginning. Really excited to see what's coming up then for spring, summer 22. A couple of takeaways for me as well. I think the textures are so sumptuous with all of these pieces. These are hardcore performance pieces as well that really deliver on the technical promises, but they don't feel kind of like traditional crinkly, crunchy performance apparel that you might be familiar with. It feels sumptuous, it feels soft, it feels premium, and
you want to wear it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So that for me is a big standout, and I really hope that you're all excited to try some of those products and to feel the materials for yourselves. So with that, I think that it is time for us to say goodbye. But from all of us here at On in Zurich, in the studio, and around the world, we'd just like to say thanks for tuning in. We hope you have enjoyed our preview of Fall Winter 21 apparel, and we hope you will join us for another live broadcast soon. Ciao!
I'm going to sleep on these things, actually. They're very silky and comfortable.
I'm just a sucker for when the pants feel so nice and smooth, and I feel like these tights do that for me. I feel like I can move, hang out on the couch, go to the kitchen to get a snack, the most important things.